What is up, ladies and gents? Champions League is finally back. That international break felt like forever. So today we're going to be predicting Champions League game week 5. But before we do that, let's just take a look at our game week 4 predictions and then we're going to dive in right into game week 5. Let's go. So as you can see, game week 4 wasn't our best one, but we did hit a lot of good ones here. Let's start with the first one. Slavia Prague were hosting Arsenal. Our tip was Arsenal to win combined was over 2.5 goals with the odds of 1.85. The actual result was 3-0 for Arsenal and our predicted score was 3-0 as well, so predicted the correct score there. Well done, Gunners. The following match, Atletico Madrid were hosting Union Saint. Our tip was Atletico to win combined was over 2.5 goals with the odds of 1.70. The actual result was 3-1. We hit that tip plus our predicted score was 3-1 as well. So we hit the tip plus the correct score in that game as well. And the following match, Olympiacos were hosting PSV. Our tip was PSV double chance combined with PSV to score 1 or more goals with the odds of 1.70. The actual result was 1-1. So we hit that tip. And the following match, Spurs were hosting Copenhagen. Our tip was Spurs to win combined with over 2.5 goals with the odds of 1.95. And we hit that tip as well. The actual result was 4-0 for Spurs. And the following match, Qarabağ were hosting Chelsea. Our tip was both teams to score, and that was a green box tip with the odds of 1.75. The actual result was 2-2, so we hit that tip. And the following match, Ajax were hosting Galatasaray. Our tip was Galatasaray double chance combined with Galatasaray to score over 1.5 goals with the odds of 1.85, another green box tip, and we hit that tip. The actual result was 3-0 for Galatasaray, plus we predicted the correct winner, Galatasaray to win with the odds of 2.10, juicy one there. And the following match, Manchester City were hosting Borussia Dortmund. Our green box tip for that one was City double chance combined with both teams to score with the juicy odds of 1.85. We hit that green box tip. The actual result was 5-1 for Manchester City. And the following match, Newcastle were hosting Athletic Bilbao. And our tip was Newcastle to win combined was over 1.5 goals with the juicy odds of 1.80. We hit that green box tip as well. The actual result was 2-0 for Newcastle. And our predicted score was 2-0 as well, so we hit the tip plus the correct score in that game. And the following match, Inter were hosting Kairat. We predicted the correct winner in that one. And Brugge were hosting Barcelona. Our tip was over 2.5 goals combined with Barcelona to win with the odds of 1.85. We missed that. Barcelona conceded in the last minutes and drew the game 3-3. And as you can see, we also missed 10 other games. It wasn't our best week, as I said. So let's try to do much better on game week 5. Now, without further ado, let's dive into game week 5. Let's go. First match of the week, Ajax will be hosting Benfica, 35th against the 36th. Ajax, oh boy, last time they played against Galatasaray, they got destroyed 3-0 at home. I mean, 3-0 at home, it's not a match, it's a robbery by the other team. And if you look at Ajax's last 10 games in all competitions, they've won only 2. I don't know what's going on with Ajax. Like, I remember them being so good in Europe. And when it comes to Benfica, well, they show up in their domestic leagues, but in the Champions League, not so much. Last time out, they hosted Leverkusen and even lost that one 1-0. Basically, these two teams facing each other right now is like two kids at school who don't do their homework and now facing each other. The big question is which one of these will finally get their first Champions League point. Both of them are sitting at the bottom, and even teams like Kairat and Pafos, teams that qualified to the Champions League for the first time in their history, already have their first points. Embarrassing. And looking back, the last time these two teams faced each other was back in 2022 in the round of 16. Ajax traveled to Benfica and got a draw 2-2, so at least they didn't completely embarrass themselves in that one. But then when Benfica came to Ajax, guess what? They won 1-0. Hero of the night? Darwin Núñez. So not much to talk here. My score prediction for this match is 1-2 for Benfica. I'm backing Jose Mourinho's teams. Come on, bro. Like, you gotta get something out of this campaign. And my tip is both teams to score combined with Benfica double chance, odds 2.05. On to the next one. Galatasaray will be hosting Union Saint, 9th against the 24th. No one wants to mess with Galatasaray right now. Their striker Victor Osimhen, man, is on fire. Seriously, he's beating everyone. Liverpool? Check. Ajax? 3-0 win. Victor Osimhen? Hat-trick. Scoring 3 away goals? That's not a striker, that's a goal-scoring robot. And when it comes to Union Saint, they're having a rough time so far. Lost the last 3 games. First Newcastle away, then 4-0 at home against Inter, and then they visited Spain and lost to Atletico Madrid 3-1. That's like showing up to a party where everyone already left. And when it comes to Galatasaray's home form, terrifying. Their fans, their stadium, it's like stepping into a volcano. And I'm pretty sure they are ready to deliver again. Osimhen ready to dance, and Union Saint, well, they might just get roasted. My score prediction for this match is 3-1 for Galatasaray, and my tip is Galatasaray to win combined with over 1.5 goals, odds 1.78. Or the second tip, if you want something juicier, Galatasaray to win combined with over 2.5 goals in the game, odds 2.10. On to the next match, another interesting game. Manchester City will be hosting Bayer Leverkusen, 4th against the 21st. Manchester City right now? Wow, they are unstoppable. Last time out, they smashed Borussia Dortmund 4-1, then because why stop? They went ahead and beat Liverpool 3-0 at home in the Premier League. It almost feels like they're just collecting W's just for fun. Leverkusen on the other hand, they finally got their first win in the Champions League against Benfica, 1-0. Yep, 1 goal. That's like celebrating finding a sock that matches in the laundry. But when it comes to facing City, they're on another level right now. Brace, hat-tricks, maybe Haaland will just decide to score, I don't know, like 5 goals because, well, the guy just single-handedly carried Norway to the World Cup since last time they were in the World Cup was, what, 1998. I mean, he's basically a walking cheat code. So expect goals, expect dominance, and expect Leverkusen wondering why they even showed up. My score prediction for this match is 3-0 for Manchester City, and my tip is Manchester City to score over 2.5 goals, odds 1.82. On to the next one. The most anticipated game, especially for me, is Chelsea will be hosting Barcelona at Stamford Bridge, 12th against the 11th. Game of the week for sure. When it comes to Chelsea, they hosted Ajax and demolished them 5-1, then traveled to Azerbaijan and drew against Qarabağ 2-2. Tough game, but still, Chelsea look really strong right now, and shout out to Garnacho, he's delivering for Chelsea. He almost could actually score the winner against Qarabağ, but hey, 2-2 it is. And when we talk about Barcelona, every game is a goal fest. And their mentality is, you can score us, but we'll score more. Sounds fun if you're a neutral fan, but if you're a Barca fan, man, stress is guaranteed. And Barca's coach Hansi Flick said he's not planning to change the high line. I mean, he said winning 1-0 is boring, but hey, maybe, just maybe, you could try winning like 2-0, 3-0 or 3-1, not 5-3, 5-4, 6-4, 6-5 and then dropping points because you don't want to change your tactics, ending 3-3 like the last time out against Brugge. How about that? Like, change a little bit, maybe high line at the beginning of the game and then change it along the game, like especially when the players are exhausted in the second half, right? Or in the end, towards the end of the first half and end of the second half. Like, slow it down, put the players back a little bit. Like, you cannot keep holding the high line and then make the defenders run like horses and they're exhausted. They're not gonna catch up anymore. That high line is like really exciting, but it's not gonna win you a Champions League trophy. Like, seriously, just like last season against Inter. Alright, that's enough. I feel like you guys already figured out I support Barcelona, but yeah, Rafinha is back hopefully. So for this game, at least he is for Athletic game. If everything's gonna be alright, he's gonna be visiting England as well to face Chelsea, and we definitely need him there. And the fun fact is, the last time these two teams faced each other was back in 2018. It was the round of 16, and Messi scored in that game, by the way. But the game ended 1-1 draw. In the last 10 head-to-heads between these two, Chelsea won 4 of them, drew 5, and Barca were able to win 1 game. Yeah, so Chelsea might just have the edge here, like at least the history says so. But my score prediction for this match is 2-3 for Barcelona. And my tip is Barcelona to score over 1.5 goals with the odds of 1.93. That's going to be my green box tip. Or if you want something a little bit more juicier, then both teams to score combined with Barcelona to score over 1.5 goals. The odds are juicy 2.25, and I'm definitely marking this one as a green box as well. On to the next one. Borussia Dortmund will be hosting Villarreal, 14s against the 32nd. Let's start with Borussia Dortmund. They're doing pretty well, beat Athletic Bilbao 4-1 and then Copenhagen 4-2 and then visited England and lost 4-1. Yep, that familiar scoreline. Bundesliga, 3rd place. Not bad. Not bad at all. And when it comes to Villarreal, well, surprise. They just lost to the underdogs Pafos away 1-0. They had the ball, shots, 18 shots to be precise. And Pafos had only 5, and still, Villarreal couldn't score, couldn't find the back of the net. And now, after 4 games, they are sitting in the 32nd place with, wait for it, just 1 point. Brutal. The last time these two faced each other was back in 2022, and it was a friendly. I mean, friendly or not, Villarreal won the game 2-0. But now, considering their current form, I have no idea what each of these teams can bring to the game. But I'll just say maybe Dortmund will score a few and call it a day. My score prediction for this match is 3-1 for Borussia Dortmund. And my green box tip is Dortmund double chance combined with Dortmund to score over 1.5 goals, odds 1.72. Or if you want something juicier, then Dortmund to win combined with over 1.5 goals, odds 1.92. On to the next one. Napoli against Qarabağ, 24th against the 15th. One of the games that I would want to watch for real, because Qarabağ is performing so well. But when it comes to Napoli, last time they hosted Frankfurt and 0 goals. Napoli is clearly missing a proper striker. That Victor Osimhen, boy, they're missing him so freaking much you have no idea. They let him go over some personal issues, I guess. I don't know. I mean, their management? What are you guys doing? They brought in players like McTominay and Højlund, but where were they in that last game? Probably on vacation. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne could change something, but he was also injured. And also, Napoli have a tough Serie A game against Atalanta before this one. So, I don't know. Maybe, just maybe they will show up in this game. Who knows? And once again, when it comes to Qarabağ, what a story they had. They drew against Chelsea at home 2-2. These guys are slowly gaining my trust, despite me backing them since the beginning of the competition. Like, now they're gaining more and more trust. My score prediction for this game is, I'm sorry Napoli fans, 1-2 for Qarabağ. And my tip is both teams to score, odds 1.93. Or if you want something juicier and a little bit more risky, then Qarabağ double chance, odds 3.50. On to the next one. Slavia Prague will be hosting Athletic Bilbao. It's one of the games that were like, I'm not gonna watch even if you're gonna pay me. 30s against the 27th. Let's start with Slavia Prague. Drew 0-0 in Italy against Atalanta, then hosted Arsenal and lost at home 3-0. Yep, and we predicted that scoreline, 3-0. I mean, sometimes we're just that good. When it comes to Athletic Bilbao, they're not having a good run either. Beat Qarabağ 3-1 at home, then lost their next 2 La Liga games, then traveled to England and lost to Newcastle 2-0. Ouch. Hopefully that international break helped them to reset. But now before this game, they have to travel to Barcelona. Oh boy, emotional comeback of Ernesto Valverde, Barcelona's former coach, and plus what happened with Nico Williams and Barcelona. Athletic Bilbao might leave Barcelona crying a little. And the last time these two teams met was last year in the Europa League, and Athletic won that game 1-0. And if you ask my opinion, I would stay away really far from this game. My score prediction for this match is 0-0 draw. And my tip is Slavia Prague double chance combined with Slavia Prague to score under 2.5 goals, odds 1.85. On to the next one. Bodo will be hosting Juventus, 29th against the 26th. Alright, this one, not much to talk here. Both teams had disappointing games in their last outing in the Champions League. Bodo lost 1-0 at home against Monaco. Yep, a boring, ugly game. snooze alert. And when it comes to Juventus, they hosted Sporting, not much better. They conceded first and barely equalized. It was literally like watching someone trying to cook pasta and forget the water. And honestly, this is another one of those games where you don't really know what to expect. Could be really boring or it could be slightly less boring. That's about it. My score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw. And my tip is Bodo to score over 1.5 goals, odds 2.30, and that's my green box tip. On to the next one. Marseille will be hosting Newcastle, 25th against the 6th. Let's start with Marseille. Last time out at home against Atalanta, man, they disappointed me very much. So many missed shots. They couldn't find the back of the net, and guess what? Atalanta punished them for that. And they scored in the 90th minute, 1-0. Brutal. Newcastle, now they're killing it. Beat Union Saint 4-0, then Benfica 3-0, and last time out hosted Athletic Bilbao, and what a header that was from Dan Burn. Unbelievable. When it comes to predictions, this one is really tricky. Like, Newcastle are one of the worst away teams in the Premier League, but in the Champions League they only had one away game so far against Union Saint, and they won that 4-0. Weird, right? Like, I don't know, maybe they just save their magic for Europe? But my score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw. And my tip is both teams to score combined was under 5.5 goals, odds 1.80. On to the next one. Copenhagen will be hosting Kairat, 33rd against the 34th. Copenhagen, last time out they visited England and got demolished by Spurs 4-0. And when it comes to Kairat, they visited Italy to face Inter and scored their first Champions League game. And doing it in San Siro? Not bad at all. And it was even an equalizer, so close to a valuable point, but Inter somehow found a way to take the lead and win the game 2-1. Very close game, believe it or not. So yeah, this is our third game where we actually don't know which way it can go. Maybe a little bit of a home advantage is gonna play a role here, I don't know. But my score prediction for the game is 2-1 for Copenhagen. And my tip is Copenhagen to win combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.75. On to the next one. Pafos will be hosting Monaco, 20th against the 19th. Pafos? Wow. Last time out, they defeated Villarreal 1-0 at home and earned their 3 points. Big respect. That felt like a small dog scaring a big lion. Love it. Monaco also did their thing last time out, visited Bodo and beat them 1-0. The only goal? Falarin Balogun. One man, one mission. This one is going to be an interesting match to watch, but not an easy one to predict. But my score prediction for the game is 1-1 draw. And my tip is both teams to score, combined with Monaco double chance, odds 1.95. On to the next one, another super game of the week. PSG will be hosting Spurs, 5th against the 10th. PSG, oh man, what a disappointing loss against Bayern last time out. They conceded first, then Dembele equalized, but offside. And of course Dembele took that opportunity to leave the game because of his injury. Classic. But then Bayern Munich said, let's make it even more interesting, and Luis Diaz got a red card for fouling on Achraf Hakimi. And obviously PSG playing against 10 men, they came out in the second half swinging. 86% possession, believe it or not. That's insane. And they've missed so many chances like I couldn't believe. But João Neves did score and made it 2-1, and that's how it ended. And I felt like Bayern Munich went there with a revenge for that Club World Cup loss 2-0 in the summer. And they took their revenge. And when it comes to Spurs, they're also on fire. Destroyed Copenhagen 4-0, then hosted Manchester United and drew that game 2-2. And now, just before this game, they have a London derby though. They have to travel to Arsenal. Busy, busy, busy. And the fun fact between these two teams is that they actually faced each other back in the summer, if you remember. For what? For European Super Cup. And what happened in that game? 2-2 draw, and PSG won on penalty. So Spurs might be coming here with a little bit of a revenge in mind, but beating PSG in Paris? Come on, bro. That's like trying to steal Kenzie from a tiger. Good luck with that. My score prediction for this match is 3-1 for PSG, and my tip is PSG to win combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.90, and that would be my another green box tip. On to the next one. Liverpool will be hosting PSV 8 against the 18. Liverpool, last time out? Wow, hosting Real Madrid and winning that game, and the only goal came from who? The shortest player in the squad, Alexis Mac Allister. It definitely reminded me of that Casemiro's goal recently, who scored a header, and that was what, against Nottingham Forest a few weeks ago. Definitely a similar one. And to be completely honest here, they totally outclassed Real Madrid with 17 shots versus Madrid's 8 and 9 shots on target versus Madrid's 2. Madrid were like literally outclassed there, bro. And beautiful 1-0 win for Liverpool. Well done, Reds. And when it comes to PSV, after demolishing Napoli 6-2, then faced Olympiacos and couldn't win the game. 1-1. Snooze. A proper sleepy game it was. And can you guess when was the last time PSV visited Anfield? Back in 2008. Scoreline? 3-1 for the Reds. But the last time they faced each other was back in January this year. And we predicted in that game that PSV are gonna win. And that's what they did. 3-2 for PSV if you remember. So anything can happen. But my score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Liverpool, of course. And my tip is Liverpool to win combined with both teams to score, odds 2.25. On to the next game, another blockbuster of the week. Arsenal will be hosting Bayern Munich, second against the first. Arsenal last time out visited Slavia Prague and made it look easy, 3-0 win. Saka opened the scoring and Merino joined the party and scored the brace, smooth. And when it comes to the German side, they visited France last time out. Luis Diaz scored 2 goals and said, that's it from me guys, you take care of the rest, and received the red card. And you know what happened after that. PSG came swinging at them in the second half with 19 shots and 8 shots on target, but only scored once though. Bayern basically parked a bus, a truck, and maybe a train on top of it. Well done, Bayern. There's no other team at this given moment showing as much consistency as Arsenal and Bayern Munich. I mean, PSG did try, but Bayern said nope and won that game 2-1. And another interesting fact is Bayern already faced another English team this season, Chelsea, and they beat them 3-1 at home. I mean, but can they do it against the Gunners? That's a good question. And honestly, not much separates these two teams when it comes to the stats. The goal difference, plus 11 for both of them. And the last time German side visited the Emirates, last year, and the game ended 2-2 draw. So how this one is gonna go? I would probably say chaos, maybe a thriller, who knows. I hope it's not gonna be a sleepy 0-0 draw. But my score prediction for this match is 1-2 for Bayern Munich, and I really don't understand why Bayern Munich are such a heavy underdogs in this one. Man, I don't understand. My tip is Bayern Munich double chance with the odds of 1.72. Man, I've been backing Arsenal this entire season in the Champions League and in the Premier League, but this game, I don't understand why Bayern Munich have to be such a heavy underdog. So double chance for the German side, 1.72, and that's my green box tip. On to the next one. Atletico Madrid will be hosting Inter, 17th against the 3rd. Atletico last time out hosted Union Saint and won that game 3-1. Julian Alvarez obviously had to score the opener, and then Gallagher and Loriente joined the party. So yeah, 3-1, not a bad scoreline, and especially you could say it's a nice bounce back after losing to Arsenal 4-0. And when it comes to Inter, well, last game they hosted Kairat, and I think they underestimated them because the coach didn't start Marcus Thuram and Çalhanoğlu, one of the top scorers in their domestic league, along with Lautaro Martinez obviously. But rookie mistake, coach. Lautaro scores in the first half. Okay, coach thinks they're cruising. He thought he's gonna win big that day, and then guess what? Kairat scores an equalizer. That's when the coach got nervous. It's the Champions League group stage. I mean, what are you doing? They barely managed to score the second goal. What a drama that was, like, unbelievable. And the interesting fact between these two teams is that the last time they faced in an official match was last year in the round of 16. And you know what happened in that game? Atletico Madrid won 2-1 and kicked Inter out of the competition. So don't you think the Italians are coming here with a huge revenge mindset in this one? But when it comes to predictions, like, let's be honest, when these two teams play, like, you don't know if it's gonna end up being a 4-4 thriller or a 0-0 snooze fest. Like, I don't know. They love parking a bus and all that stuff. But when it comes to my score prediction, 1-1 draw. And my tip is Atletico double chance combined with both teams to score odds 2.25. On to the next one. Eintracht will be hosting Atalanta 23rd against the 16th. Let's start with Eintracht. Last time out, they visited Italy and drew against Napoli 0-0. Yep, no goals. Classic. These two haven't faced each other much lately, but the last two games were friendlies, and guess what? Both of them ended with a 2-2 scoreline, and yeah, can be a goal fest here. My score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is both teams to score combined with over 2.5 goals odds 1.85. And if you think I'm predicting too many draws, don't forget the last time I did that, we had 8 games ended with a draw. So I'm suspecting something similar this time. A lot of draws in this game week 5. On to the next one. Sporting will be hosting Club Brugge 13th against the 22nd. Sporting, last time out in Italy, scored first against Juventus, and they showed they're not afraid at all. And the game ended 1-1 draw. And Sporting bringing a point home from Italy, not bad at all. And when it comes to Club Brugge, wow, what a performance that was against Barcelona, which ended 3-3. And to be honest, they could actually win that game 4-3, but I guess it wasn't their day. If you did miss it, I would definitely tell you to go back and check out those highlights. What a goal fest that was. When it comes to my score prediction for this game, 2-1 for Sporting, and my tip is both teams to score combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.87, and that will be my green box tip. And the last game of game week 5, Olympiacos will be hosting Real Madrid 31st against the 7th. Olympiacos, wow, last time out hosted PSV, the team that recently demolished Napoli 6-2. And guess what? Olympiacos said hold my frappe, scored first, and showed that they can actually play better than the Italians. PSV only equalized at the end, which ended 1-1. Respect, Olympiacos. And when it comes to Real Madrid, oh boy, they visited Anfield and didn't show up actually. 1-0 for Liverpool. Total domination. And it was funny to see Xabi Alonso subbing in Trent Alexander-Arnold to play against his former team. Like he would do some magic, and the only magic he did was kick the ball to the fans. So I don't know if he was angry or just being generous. Who knows? First half, 2 shots on target. Second half, 0. Nothing. Not a single shot on target from Real Madrid. And yeah, we're not gonna lie, Mbappe and Vini asked for like 5 penalties in that game, but obviously the ref refused. It's not La Liga. But the fun fact is, the last time Real Madrid visited Olympiacos was back in 2007, almost 20 years ago. And it's back then when Robinho, Raul were playing for Real Madrid. And that game ended 0-0 draw. So yeah, this game should be an easy W for Real Madrid unless they try to make it miserable for themselves again. My score prediction for this match is 0-3 for Real Madrid. And my tip is Real Madrid to win combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.80, and that's my green box tip. And that is all, community. That was our Champions League Game Week 5 tips and predictions. Leave your comments and predictions in the comment section. Put thumbs up if you liked the video. Also, hype the video to help the channel grow, and subscribe so you're not gonna miss our next releases. And bye for now.